Welcome back, everybody!
So today we are making a very special dish originating from Mid-Eastern China. It's called the lion's head, or 狮子头.
Traditionally, this dish is served during festivals and celebrations. The shape of the meatball resembles the head of the Chinese guardian lion, hence the name lion head.
This dish consists mostly of ground pork.
But of course, knowing us, we want to add additional goodies such as wood ear mushrooms and carrots to the meatballs. This will make the dish more unique and healthy.
So let's get started and look at the ingredients. Here are the ingredients that we're using. About 1.5 pounds of ground pork, green onion, garlic, 1 egg, half a carrot, about 3 mushrooms, some wood ear mushrooms, half of a napa cabbage, some cooking wine, some dark and light soy sauce, salt, and cornstarch. Now let's get started cooking.
Now that we have added all the veggies to the ground pork, we're also going to add 1 egg. The egg will make the meatballs more tender. Time to do some seasoning. So around 1 teaspoon of the Shaoxing cooking wine, 1 tablespoon of the dark soy sauce. This mainly to give the meatball some color, and it's optional. Also 1 tablespoon of the light soy sauce. This is to provide the flavor. Some salt to taste. We're also adding 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch, and this really helps bind everything together. Time to mix everything, and I think the best way to mix is with your own hands. Well, we finally got to my favorite part of making this dish, which is making the meatballs. So what you do is you take a generous chunk of the meat mixture, and then you put it in your palm and make it into a bowl. Pretty simple. You can toss it around a bit, make it firmer. See? Nice and round. So now we're going to pan fry the meatballs. So you see that in a lot of traditional recipes, they deep fry the meatballs, but because in ground pork there's already quite a bit of fat, we're just going to pan fry it directly. So we're going to put the meatballs in a preheated pan. We don't need to add any more oils, just because there's already enough fat in there. Okay, so in this step, the goal is not to fully cook the meatballs. You just want to make the surface nice and golden brown, kind of like that. So you flip it around, make sure all sides are cooked. So while the meatballs are cooking, I'm going to chop up the cabbage. Now that you can see the surfaces are golden brown, we're going to add the napa cabbage. So what you do is, you put the thicker pieces closer to the bottom, just around the meatballs. And then you put the leafy area on top and cover everything. And then you just put the lid on and let it cook. You can cook it at lower heat. We will prepare some cornstarch while the meatballs and cabbage are cooking. We prefer the broth to be a bit thicker. That's why we're doing this step, or else it's actually completely optional. Just add a little bit of cold water and give it a quick mix. Make sure it's not hot water, or else it will become lumpy. So after cooking at medium to low heat for around 20 minutes, the cabbage should be all cooked and soft. So you can see that at the bottom of the pan, magically there's already a lot of soup. And this is completely coming from just the cabbage. So it's very sweet and flavorful. We're gonna give it a good mix. And now we're gonna add the cornstarch. Make sure it's still mixed. You can just pour it in. After it's poured in, make sure you give it a good stir so no lumps are formed. Bring this to boil, and this dish is done and ready to be served.
Tasting time! My favorite time. I can't wait to dig in.
Wow, the meat is so tender and the cabbage literally melts in your mouth.
The meatball and the soup are so flavorful. I can literally have this for every meal.
Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more easy recipes.
And follow us on Instagram to see what else we're making.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See what else we're up to. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, don't take such huge bites.
Are we recording?